This shot could make the difference. Just got to nip this cue ball. What a shot from Van Boening when he needed it. Take a look.
Some rivalries are born from contrast. Old school versus new blood, instinct versus precision, artistry versus power. Efren Reyes, the magician, a legend from the Philippines, known for his creative shots, unmatched cue ball control, and a mind that sees patterns others can't.
Please welcome the mighty Earl.
That was one at a time. You see what he did there?
Shane Van Boening, the South Dakota kid, an American powerhouse, renowned for his powerful break, laser-sharp focus, and methodical approach to the game.
And the nine ball in.
There. But take a look. The 9-ball just refuses to stop and keeps rolling right into the pocket for the win.
Their paths crossed multiple times on the professional circuit. Each match was more than just a game. It was a clash of philosophies. Efren, with decades of experience, brought a touch of magic to every shot. Shane, representing the new generation, showcased discipline and raw power.
Win. The shot of a champion.
They met in various formats: 9-ball, 10-ball, 1 pocket. Each encounter added a new chapter to their evolving story. But beyond the wins and losses, their rivalry symbolized the evolution of pool itself. A bridge between eras, a testament to the game's depth and diversity. So when the magician met the machine, who had the upper hand?
Last night,
played fantastic. Reyes ties the match up at 1 game apiece. Van Boening was the runner-up in the Bigfoot 10-ball challenge. And he goes on and wins the very first rack in this match.
By the time Shane Van Boening entered the pro circuit in the mid-2000s, Efren Reyes had already carved his name into pool history. He was a world champion, a legend in every format: 9-ball, 1 pocket, straight pool. When Efren walked into a pool hall, people watched. When he bent over a shot, people held their breath. Shane was different. He didn't come from street halls or smoky gambling rooms. He came from a family of cue sports players. Raised in South Dakota, trained with discipline. By his 20s, Shane was all business, focused, serious, silent.
He also gets shape on the next ball.
When he broke, the balls exploded. When he lined up a shot, you could see the gears turning. Efren didn't rely on power. He relied on feel, on touch, on trust in angles. Shane, he relied on repetition, practice, perfection.
And off the 5 with a carom into the 9 for the win.
When they first faced off in the mid-2000s, the crowd knew they were seeing something special. One man at the top of his powers, the other just climbing toward his peak. Their games couldn't be more different, but their respect for each other was clear.
Just like that. Was that beautiful or what? That was beautiful.
Efren never underestimated Shane, and Shane, he studied Efren, not just the shots, but the choices, the risks, the escapes. Over the years, they would meet again and again, in tournaments like the Derby City Classic, the US Open, and international team events.
And he's got the game. Game number 2 goes to Van Boening.
Sometimes Efren came out ahead, sometimes Shane did, but each time they left a mark. This wasn't just a matchup, it was a passing of the torch. From the greatest mind the game had ever seen, to the most complete player of the new generation, the magician and the machine, face to face, and it was just getting started.
He played that shot.
Shane did. He played the 7 off
That's
the rail.
unreal. Really, to hit a shot like that.
It was 2009, the Derby City Classic in Indiana, a place where legends are made and tested. In the heart of the action room, a match was set. Efren Reyes versus Shane Van Boening, 10-ball, race to 23, $45,000 on the line. The stakes were high, the atmosphere electric.
It's hard
He's
to tell.
playing safe.
Yeah. It's
Go
easy.
behind the 9. Oh, I was wrong. Look what he did. I don't think he played that, do you?
I do. Look at the
You
speed that
think
he
he
played.
played it?
Efren, the seasoned magician, known for his creativity and shot-making prowess. Shane, the rising star, renowned for his powerful break and precision. As the match unfolded, Shane's break proved to be a formidable weapon. He controlled the table, dictated the pace,
Which is not a problem by itself. The problem really is that Van Boening will now get to break.
Efren, ever the tactician, displayed moments of brilliance, but the momentum favored Shane. In the end, Shane Van Boening emerged victorious. A statement win. The young gun had taken down the legend.
There it is, 4 break and runouts for Shane Van Boening. That secures the match. Van Boening.
But for Efren, every match was a lesson, every loss a step towards mastery. This was just the beginning, the first chapter in a rivalry that would captivate the pool world for years to come.
Okay, nice run out there. Efren Reyes ties the match at 2 apiece.
You don't beat Efren Reyes and expect him to forget. After their 2009 clash, where Shane Van Boening walked away with the win, fans were eager for a rematch. Efren wasn't done, not by a long shot.
Brilliant shot.
Slayed it.
That was deliberate.
Yeah.
Fast forward to 2010, another money match, this time in Las Vegas, one pocket. The game where Efren had no equal. This wasn't about speed or power, it was about patience, precision, traps. The kind of pool where you don't just outplay someone, you outthink them.
He makes this, they should howl. This is great. Now,
But maybe,
He
maybe,
did.
but maybe, just maybe he can.
Shane knew it. He respected Efren's one-pocket genius, but he didn't back down, and when the match began, it was a different rhythm. Gone was the explosive tempo of 10 ball. This was a grind.
Just like that, beautiful shot.
Yes, that was
The
great.
only thing he would not want to be is straight. Is he gonna end up straight? Yeah, I think he just got straight.
Efren played to his strengths, slowly dismantling Shane's rhythm, leaving him with tough shots, taking small points little by little, and it worked. Efren won the match, quietly, methodically, like he always did. It wasn't about revenge, it was about balance. A reminder to the pool world that the magician still had tricks. And to Shane, it was another lesson. Even the strongest break and the best cue control can struggle against the pure mind game of one pocket.
It's definitely a lot, like you want a lot of pressure.
Looks like we have
We
a
have a
shootout
shootout. They just trained to
One match each, one victory for Shane, one for Efren. Different formats, different outcomes, but the respect between them only grew deeper. The rivalry was no longer young versus old, it was two greats meeting in different arenas, pushing each other. Every clash between them became a celebration of skill and a window into the soul of pool. Over the years, Efren Reyes and Shane Van Boening faced each other in at least 13 recorded matches across various disciplines. Shane secured 10 victories, while Efren claimed 3. Their encounters spanned multiple formats, including 9 ball, 10 ball, 8 ball, and 1 pocket.
Look how effortlessly he drew that ball to the middle diamond.
In 2013, they competed in the TAR 34 all-around match, featuring races in 8 ball, 10 ball, and 1 pocket. Shane emerged victorious in both the 8 ball and 10 ball sets, while Efren showcased his mastery by winning the 1 pocket segment.
When I started going on the road, so probably back in 2000.
At the 2017 Derby City Classic, Efren demonstrated his enduring skill by defeating Shane in the 9-ball division. This victory was a testament to Efren's ability to compete at the highest level, even against the formidable Shane. Their matches were more than just competitions, they were a convergence of two eras. Efren, with his imaginative shot making and deep strategic understanding, contrasted with Shane's powerful breaks and precise execution. Each game was a study in contrasting styles, yet both players shared a mutual respect that transcended the table. As their paths crossed repeatedly, fans witnessed a dynamic interplay between tradition and innovation. Efren's creative genius met Shane's disciplined precision, creating matches that were both unpredictable and captivating.
He doesn't Look at that. How about it?
Wow, what a shot.
Now he's got a better cut.
Their rivalry wasn't defined by a single match or a tally of wins and losses. It was characterized by the evolution of the game itself, as embodied by these two champions. Together, they enriched the sport, inspiring players and fans alike.
One pocket invitational.
It's funny.
Every era has its kings, and every king eventually meets his heir. Efren Reyes ruled his time with imagination and instincts that defied logic. He didn't just play the table, he read it like a story waiting to be rewritten. Every kick, every bank, every safety had intention, had beauty.
Bei mir ist es zumindest so.
Shane Van Boening came from a different mold: discipline, power, relentless preparation. He put in the hours, refined his break until it was a weapon, turned execution into an art form.
I think that's what he's trying to do.
No, he two-handles the cue ball at. Boy, he's a great player.
They didn't just compete, they complemented. Shane grew up watching Efren, studied him, respected him, and when they played, Shane didn't just want to win, he wanted to earn Efren's nod, and he did. Efren's career began to slow down in the 2010s. Age crept in. The hands weren't as steady, but the mind, still sharp, still dangerous. Even when younger players had more firepower, Efren could still outthink them. In contrast, Shane was hitting his prime, dominating tournaments, carrying Team USA in international events, proving that the new generation had learned well. Their matches together became less about rivalry and more about respect. Old guard meets new leader. Torch passed, not with words, but with shots across the felt. Now, when people ask, who was better? It's hard to answer. Efren was the soul of the game. Shane became its engine. But together, they helped pool evolve. From smoky pool halls to global stages. From instinct to engineering. And if you're lucky enough to have watched them both, you've seen two sides of greatness. Two champions. One game.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. Was für ein Kiss-Shot. Guck dir das mal an. Unglaublich.